Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's October 3rd, 8:30 a.m. We're in the month of October now. Very bearish September, obviously. Um, let's hope everybody's having a good weekend. Here in Jersey, been raining like crazy. Sure, it's not as bad as the hurricanes down in Florida, but it's gonna rain for a couple days here. So let's get right into the daily charts here. All right, let's talk about Friday, what happened, look at some levels. All right, so obviously we're in this kind of balance area here. We made new lows. We closed at the lows. Pretty bearish. Pretty bearish. Okay, so we still have this trend line here. The daily 9 EMA is trending down, right? So this gives a little different picture because it's just real-time trading hours. It's obviously 9:30 to 4, but here we broke lower, right? I said we needed to do that out of balance. So that's what we're looking at there. And let's see what the Qs. Qs, not as much as a lower, didn't go fall as far as the ES push down, but it did close the lows. Okay. Also, we broke the lows from 616. Now, one interesting fact here, I mean, just to go over some other markets, the Dow. Dow has broken the low a while ago. I mean, here's the low. I mean, it's well under the low. So that low was, what was that, 296.39. We're at 287. That's pretty weak, right? Now, the one of the major indexes, the Russell, has not. This low of the 16th was 162.78 right here. It still has not broke it. And the Russell right now, as we speak, is up 1.26% right now. It's 167 on the IWM. Closed at 164. So that's pretty interesting. Just thought I'd point that out. Let's go back to the SPY. Let's get some levels here. What do we got here? So we're making a move right now. Okay. People getting short overnight, now getting squeezed. So I had levels here of 259 resistance, 358, and just got broken. Okay. Just got broken. So now 363.27 is the most traded price in the SPY. That's probably, if this keeps going, where we're going to be headed. We're not going to have much resistance here with this move down. So 363.27 in the SPY could be a magnet today, higher, and that will decide if we go higher or if we find resistance and we start to go back. So that's very important. All right, let's move over to the Qs. And what do we got? The Qs are at one of my levels right now. So I have resistance at 268.84. That's where Qs are at right now. Okay, so again, it hasn't broken out like the ES has, but there's not going to be much resistance here. Okay, this is almost the most traded price. A lot of volume here. So just right here, I'd say around 275, 274.80. That's where we could go. Okay, I don't know if it's today, but that's where we could go, and then the market will have to digest. Do we go higher or lower from here? I would think probably lower, but you never know. All right. Let's look look at our friendly 10-year yield. Whoa, look at that, huh? So this is very interesting. We're trending lower. So put a little trend line here. That's a trend line on the 10-year. So we've been trending lower now. Today we are down 2.63% and we are at 3.7%. So we're down, which means people are buying bonds. So interesting. And it looks like we have a little bit of a support here. I would say around right here at 3.6. That's probably support. We have to watch. And then we have this trend line here that's been holding. So we have to watch if we can come down to 3.5, right? If we keep coming down, now I don't know where we go, but obviously down is good for stocks. Okay, down is good for tech stocks, specifically the Nasdaq. So we have to look at that, okay? But that's very notable. Being down, 10 years down. It's very notable, right? Let's look at our friend the VIX. Right now the VIX is at 31. Let's see, VIX 31. Okay. So it's a little down. Let's take a look at that. We have resistance at 34, so that's all good to look at. All right, let's go into those futures. Alrighty. Let's talk about a little bit what happened. Now, I know on the stream on Friday morning, I spoke about the shorts getting squeezed, and they did. So here's all those shorts, and we squeezed them. We came up to here and found resistance. Okay, and then we all know what happened after that. We sold off. Okay, so we had a little mini bear rally, and that's all it could muster. So what do we have going now, right? Now let's look at our trusty composite profile, the volume profile of the last week. Okay, this is the 24 trading hours composite profile. Okay, let's look what we have going here. Let me actually bring this a little over so you guys can see the complete profile. So here we go. Okay, now again we have excess from the overnight. Okay, not a lot of trade happened down here. Sellers trying to get too short. Now they're paying the price. The ES is at 36.29 right now. Okay, ES is up 0.77%, Nasdaq up 0.39%. So the ES is actually stronger. The Dow's up 0.89%, and the RUT is up. The Russell is, like I said before, is up the most at 1.28%. Crude is up 5.21%. 5.21%. It's up $4 a barrel. And I believe people in crude are getting ahead of the OPEC. OPEC's about to cut a million barrels per day. That meeting's coming up, and they're planning to cut. When they cut supply, that's bullish. So that's why I believe people are getting out ahead of crude. All right. That was a little side note. So we have the profile. We have a completed profile. Okay. So we all know, who watches me, if we have a completed profile, nice bell curve, that usually we have to come back down here and establish more value in order for prices to go lower. You run out of participants like you did here, you tend to go back. Okay, and that's what's happening right now. So what's our most traded price of the week? Now you notice I have a box here, purple box here, and then I have the white line here. The white line represents 24 hours chart. This little box represents the real-time trading. So it's basically a zone. Okay, so we're gonna say 36.50, 36.55 is our line in the sand. This is our line in the sand. Okay, and I can show you if I split out the profile just really quickly what happened with that level. Okay, with that level on Friday. Okay, so each one of these bars here, here, here are 30-minute bars. Okay, 30-minute bars. So you can see right here, okay, the market, we opened here, okay, came down, pushed up, had a little battle here, and then we boom. Okay, and if you, I don't know if you guys saw, but I put a little short out on the YouTube, and I said we needed to break this level to go higher, and we did. Okay, we did. However, we started getting sellers involved. Okay, and now we needed to hold this level to go back higher. Well, look what happened. This level's so important, right? So it came back here, tried, went up, tried up higher again, couldn't, tried again, and then boom, fell all the way down here. So this level is very, very important, and that level is 36.55, 36.50 in the ES futures. Okay, I believe that was 363 that I mentioned in the SPY. Okay, that's a very key level. Okay, these levels that I constantly talk about, most traded price of the week, most traded price of the month, they're very key. Anybody who's watched, I show it time after time how important they are. Okay, very important. So today, this level here, like I just talked about, if we get above it, that's bullish. Okay, not for the macro picture for the next month, but for this week. And then obviously we have the most traded price of the month, 3709.50. That's the next line you have to get over in order to get any kind of bear market rally. Okay, and again, let me explain one other thing we have. So this is the overnight right now, and we're pushing right now as we speak, higher and higher. Okay, that's the overnight session. It's very balanced. Okay, it's very balanced as well. So it's very important to note that we came down here, made new lows way past on Friday lows, and look, we're all the way back up almost to the midpoint. You can call it 50% retracement of the session on Friday. We're almost at this key level I talked about. Okay, now you can see the most traded price of Friday was also this key level. Shorts are here, everybody. Shorts are here. If we go past that, they're in pain. They're in pain. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Now remember, Nasdaq isn't as strong as the ES. Notice here's the midpoint of the Nasdaq. Here's price right now at 110.92. ES is almost at the midpoint of Friday session. Okay, so the Nasdaq's weaker. Now that is not great because Nasdaq tech stocks have 28% weighting of the S&P, so they're the most powerful, right? That's what moves the market. That's the most powerful sector. Okay, so let's look at the Nasdaq. Okay, it's kind of the same thing. We showed some strength, and I had a level 2 that I came out with. This is an RTH level right here. Okay, that level I believe was 113.30. I also made a short on that and said we needed to hold above that in order for us to get more traction, and guess what? It couldn't do it. It came above it. It tried, and that's when the selling took over, right? And we went down. And the Nasdaq, okay? So now the Nasdaq's starting to get into it. Nasdaq's starting to take part, okay? Nasdaq's starting to, we're pushing overnight highs, okay? Now, who knows with this market? This could be the bear market rally, or it could just be another sell the rip. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I have no clue what's going to happen. I just got to follow what the market's doing. So let's look at this RTH session. Okay, here's the RTH session. Here's the overnight right now. Okay, here's the profile. We got a complete profile. Okay, couldn't get enough participants down here. What we got to do? We got to go back. Okay, most traded price of Friday. What are we looking at here? Most traded price of Friday was 112.22. That's our first destination, okay? And the Nasdaq, that's the first destination. We have to see if we can make it up here. We have shorts up here. Okay, everybody's short from here. Could cause a lot of pain if we break this level. And then we got to go back to the 1330 level. Can we break that level? Now, our market's very weak. So selling the rip is very much alive. Okay? But, there's times when people just get overly short, which is what happened here. And now look, we're boom. Shorts are covering. Okay? So let's go into some key levels for the ES. Okay. Let's go over to that 60-minute futures chart. I'll just expand here. And let's see. Woof. That's some short covering right there, boy. What the hell happened here? That's weird. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. Alright, so we had support level 350, 35.88. Okay, look at that buying. Woof. So all these shorts right here just got squeezed. Okay, I had a resistance level 36.14. That's now been taken. Our next level is 36.40. Okay, now I talked about that 36.50, 36.55. That's our next wall, and we have a trend line coming down here as well, right here, which could be resistance as well. Okay, so this is very telling. You notice the news, this supposed emergency Fed meeting, all this bearishness, right? Most people are fearful, and they're getting ripped right now. These sellers are getting ripped now too. Think about it. If you were short on Friday, if you shorted the lows on Friday, okay, you're underwater. If you shorted these lows, okay, if you were short down here, you're getting up this morning and you're like, oh, right? All right, so we know this big level here, 36.50, 36.55. That's the next magnet, okay? 36.74 is the resistance, and we have 36.92. You can see my levels go up: 37.11, 37.11, 37.35. But we have a lot to break through, right? This level is the main thing, 36.50, 36.55, okay? With this trend line, that's what we got to look at right now, because this is, woof, this is pretty significant here, okay? Just trying to see the leader of the board energy, financials, obviously, looks like Snow, Meta, Netflix, Microsoft. Those right now like pre-market leaders. All right. So that's what's going on. You got some short covering going on right now. Let's look at that Nasdaq. It's very interesting. Sorry about that. I don't know what this Ninja Trader what just happened here. Give me one sec while I figure this out really quickly. I don't know why my chart all of a sudden froze up on me. Just give me 1 second. All right, I think I have it back now. Yep. All right, let's look at the Nasdaq. Yeah, something's going on weird. That's so weird. Okay. I'll talk about it on the other screen. I'm not gonna waste everybody's time here. Alrighty. Alright, so Nasdaq, this key level here, 111.06 just got broken. We have another resistance at 111.80, another one at 112.85, and 113.44. Okay, that's what we have in the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is has some short covering as well. I mean, this is really ripping right now. So now let's look at some scenarios today. All right, so this is going to be very clear for everybody. Here's that key level. This is probably where we're headed. Okay, so it's going to be, if we go above this level and hold it, we're probably going higher, at least up to 36.92. Okay, if we can't hold it, if we come up here, pop above it, come under it, we could go back to the lows. Okay, that's what I see right now of really what's happening. That's because this level's so important. Okay, people are gonna get up that was short. If they shorted the lows on Friday, they're underwater big time. And when the market opens, most likely gonna cover. Okay, so same thing in the Nasdaq. Okay, same thing in the Nasdaq. So we're prices right here. Okay, and the line in the sand for the Nasdaq, there's two levels of importance. This is the 24-hour most traded price of the week. It's 112.30. Okay, that's the first wall. There's also the most traded price on Friday. Okay, so this is our wall here in the Nasdaq. All right, our other important level is 113.30 in the Nasdaq right here. Okay, so what could happen, right? I think we come up to this level, and this is our decision line, bull bear line. Come up it, find support, move up to this level. Same thing here. What do? To either we're gonna go higher, rip up, or we're going to revisit these levels down here. Okay. This is how I always view the market, right? You look at these as roadblocks, and it doesn't make you biased, okay? It gives you a clear understanding of, like, if I hold this level and the market seems strong, we're going to move to the next magnet. If we can't break through this wall and we can't find acceptance above it and we start to go below it, guess what's happening? We're going down to the next level. So if we do manage to come up here and we find resistance, we're going to probably make our way down back to the lows. Probably going to make it down here to the lows. And then it's either, do we break these lows and go down to the overnight lows? Maybe. This market is very unpredictable. Okay. So that's very easily summed up with both. Key level 36.55, 36.50 in the ES. Hold above it, find acceptance above it, we're going higher. Can't go above it, we're going lower. Nasdaq 112.30. Again, find acceptance above it, we're going higher, at least to 113.30. And 113.30 is a big magnet. What do we do there? Do we hold it and go? Do we hold it or do we get rejected? 112.30. If we go to it, can't pop above, go below it, we're probably going back to the lows. So very easy scenarios today. Okay. It's very easy. And just to explain what happened overnight, look at this volume here. These are shorts. Okay. When price was down here and price started to come above this level, they got squeezed. Now, so those shorts have been taken care of. Now it's these shorts. Can we go above here and make them get squeezed? That's just how it works. Okay? Forget about the news, whatever. The news does drive things. Overall fundamentals does drive it. But at the end of the day, it's people who short it and people who are buying and people who are covering and people who are taking profit. That's how the market moves, right? So this is why I'm saying this is important, right? That's how it's going to work, right? So if this is defended, right, these shorts are here, they don't get stopped out, new sellers come in and we go back down, right? They get squeezed, we go this way. All right, everybody. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to build something here. I appreciate everybody who has been watching. I apologize for that little, I don't know what Ninja Trade, I'm going to restart it about that chart that got frozen. But pretty clear, I think, scenarios here for the market. Okay, pretty clear. And obviously on the execution part of your trading, if you trade options or futures, you know, the only other thing I'm looking at is Tesla. Tesla is down 4.24%. I'm very eyeing that as a key level, 255.55. It's under it right now. That's a very key level. So I'm going to be on watch. Tesla's on my radar today, on this morning. It's very relatively weak to the market. As you heard me say, down 4.25%, and the ES is up 1%. So that's relatively weak. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. I wish everybody good luck today. Hopefully everybody gets green on the day. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.